What's going on, guys? It's Risky here. Welcome back to another PUBG video on my channel here today. And today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the best settings that you can try out for yourself on the PS4 console. Some of these settings probably will work on the PC and Xbox One version of the game, but this video I am playing on the PS4 console. So some of these settings might not be for all of you. You can go on the training mode. If you have not tried out the training mode yet, you can go check it out and you can try out any weapon you want. You can try out all the vehicles, and you can shoot some targets and get used to the weapons and get a good feel for the game. That is definitely what I would do if you are brand new. So yeah, if you do find this video useful, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, let's get right into the settings. Okay, so once you are in the settings, you want to go to controls, and then on the controller section of controls it says type B. For the controller button preset, that is what I use. That is probably the better of the two for type A and type B. So you want to turn on type B. It's just a little bit easier and more simplified controls in my opinion. I have the axis stuff off because I am not used to that. I have the dead zone all the way off. You could probably turn it on 1 and you would be perfectly fine, but I do not like having a dead zone. If you don't know what the dead zone is, it's basically how far you have to move your stick before it actually works, before it actually moves your crosshair or your character or something like that. So that's a kind of a good example. So vibration, I have that on. This is personal preference. I prefer feeling just like having vibration on, but vibration can kind of mess with your accuracy a bit, but I'm just so used to having vibration on. I've been playing with it for years, so I keep vibration on. Vibration strength, I leave it on 10 because it's honestly not that strong in this game that I've noticed. So there you go, that is also personal preference. My movement sensitivity is set to 20. Vertical sensitivity multiplier percentage is set to 100. I don't think I've messed with that at all. My general sensitivity is 10. My vehicle driver sensitivity is 10, and my aim acceleration is on. My aim acceleration rate is on 4. Over the shoulder aiming sensitivity is on 10. That's kind of personal preference. You can hop into the training mode and figure out what your favorite sensitivity is. This just is best for me. My ADS sensitivity, or my aim down sight sensitivity, is all on 8. I have that all set up the same. That way, if I'm using a 2x scope, I'm not gonna get messed up. I'm gonna have the same kind of muscle memory if I am using a 6x scope. So definitely want to have that on all the same, but that is also personal preference to have it on whatever sensitivity you want it to be. So sensitivity is kind of hard to tell you what you need to use, but this is my personal sensitivity. Moving on to the gameplay settings, I have the language on English because I speak English. The third person perspective aim camera position is reset to right shoulder. You can set that to latest peak shoulder, or yeah, latest aim shoulder, and reset to left shoulder. I have it to right shoulder because that is what I like and that is what I'm used to. DUI, I have that on text or graphic. That doesn't really matter too much. And I have the colorblind mode on Tritanopia. That gives you the purple blood. The normal gives you red blood. I don't know what these other two do. I think you can get like green blood and blue blood. I'm not exactly sure, but this one gives you purple blood, and it just makes it look cool and a little bit easier to kind of see your shots. My crosshair color is on custom, so the default is just white, and I have mine set to green, all the way on green, and the crosshair color on alpha is all the way maxed out too. I have it on green because you can really see it, and pretty much every different colors when you're in a dark room, when you're on the grass, when you're in the snow, when you're in the desert, anything like that. It is really well. It works really well for being able to see that in game. My on-screen button hints are off. I would leave that on if you are new to the game, but once you get used to the controls, you can go ahead and turn that off. That way you have, just less stuff on your screen, because when you have it on, it leaves a bunch of like text on the right side of your screen, and it makes your the right side of your screen kind of hard to see, and it lowers your visibility. So yeah, once you kind of learn the controls, definitely turn that off. Audio, I leave the music on just because I kind of like it on the main menu or whatever. Kind of just removes the awkward silence. And moving over to the graphics settings, I have the brightness on 75 because it really lightens up the dark rooms, and I highly recommend this. You could probably even move this up to 100% and still be fine, but 75 is just where I have it. So whichever you want to have your brightness setting on, that is where you can do that. So that's also personal preference. Hopefully I helped you guys out with some settings. I made a video on this for H1Z1 on the PS4, and it did really well, and I apparently helped a lot of you guys, so I'm hoping that this video is just as useful. If that was useful for you guys, please be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. and stay tuned for some more PUBG tips and tricks videos. I'm going to be making quite a few of these here in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.